Celtics off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Fly and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Payton in at the point. And Bradley gets it to go.
There's a chance he can have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Avery Bradley out of Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
Now, here's Oladipo. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Say, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Payton dishes to Oladipo. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. And he gets it to go.
Victor Oladipo.
And despite his 6'2" size, it's pretty clear that offensively, Avery Bradley is not a point guard. He's worked hard on developing his ball handling, especially his left hand, but he's certainly at his best when he's playing off the ball.
Austin with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Green kicks to Rondo. Here's Bradley. No good with the triple. Celtics on D.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
Assist from Tobias
Just
Harris.
floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Now here's Sullinger. Back to Rondo. It's Bradley on the wing. On the left block. And yes, sir, that one drops. Bradley's got 5 now. Orlando, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Payton outside. Here's Harris. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Harris has got his first points in this one.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Now here's Green. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Buries it from 3-point range. Bradley's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Fry. There's a screen. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bradley. Wants to get it to Rondo and does. And that was good.
Put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
The Magic trail by 4. Payton passes to Vucevic. It's tipped. Blocked. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Rondo dishes to Bass. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now, here's Oladipo. Here's the teardrop, and he sinks the layup.
Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo's got 6.
Tell you what, he's 3 of 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to speak with Jacques Vaughn for a moment. He said their main focus will be trying to contain Rajon Rondo. He said, quote, "We all know that Rondo's capable of taking over games single-handedly. So, guys," he said, "they've got to match his energy and try to keep him out of the paint."
And thank you for that, Doris. Payton kicks to Harris. Harris a screen on Bradley. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Bradley. He's already up to 8 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
Whoa, man, he is putting on a show.
Well, it looks like he's simply decided he's going to take care of business solo.
The Celtics shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Avery Bradley will be at the line.
That free throw good from Avery Bradley.
You know, Boston has shown they're a team that's not afraid to make a deal with one of their stars if they think it's going to benefit the team, and quite often those deals have worked out for them.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
As you said with Boston, it's an attitude that most teams would like to have, but many just can't really stomach the idea of parting with an all-star. The Celtics have shown they can do that.
Now here's Oladipo. He's got 6. The shot is off, so the Celtics will take it the other way. Bradley kicks to Green. Back to Bradley. Harris on the double team. Now for the Celtics, it's worked out quite a bit in the franchise's history from getting guys from Parrish to making the moves from Kevin Garnett when he was there.
And, you know, it might result in some hard transition years like this one, but there is a reason why the Celtics are never out of it for too long, and doing whatever it takes to improve the team is part of the history of that franchise. And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Vucevic is screen on Bradley. Payton passes to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Harris. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Clock at 6. The rebound by the Celtics. Green with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now here's Rondo. Outside Brent. Lets it go with the 3. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 13 points for Avery Bradley. The Magic trail by 9. Payton right side. Harris kicks to Oladipo. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
That's his first
Victor Oladipo played for the same college coach as Dwayne Wade. And, you know, their games actually draw some comparisons. Both are 6'4", strong, huge wingspans, and explosive athletes with that ball handling ability. I think Oladipo has a great future.
That one is off. And Oladipo, an all-around player. He can rebound, pass, and he can defend, even block shots.
Yeah, and again, you see the parallels with Dwayne Wade, although not as tall and not quite as long as Wade. His charisma and passion, though, remind you a bit of Dwayne Wade in terms of his game. And I like his name, too, Oladipo. That's a nice basketball name. You can do a lot with that when he gets going.
A little rhythm.
Yes,
Here
sir.
comes Oladipo.
There you go. There you
Oladipo.
go. There you go. Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children, but his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And Oladipo growing up the only son among 4 children with a strict, somewhat distant father. In a lot of ways, his coaches and teammates became a kind of second family, and he latched onto his coaches for guidance.
Celtics leading by 7. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Poked away. Now Rondo. He feeds it to Bradley. Back to Rondo. Sullinger is screen on Oladipo. Rondo dishes to Sullinger. And that one's good. Sullinger's got his first bucket in this one. And the story goes that Oladipo in his sophomore year in high school broke his foot. And Clark, rather than stay home, he went to practices and ran the scoreboard, even swept the gym, I'm told.
Yeah, he said he didn't want the coaches to forget about him, Kevin. Just a true gym rat mentality, and that's part of the reason he's played as well as he has in the NBA.
Harris misses. And here's Boston. They're on a 16-6 run. And here's Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Green. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Fry. The Magic trail by 9. Down low. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Harris. 10 points for Victor Oladipo.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Payton kicks to Fry. Bradley on the double team. Oladipo against Bradley. And it's Harris off the drive. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Rondo passes to Bass. To the middle. Payton on the double team. Bradley dishes to Bass. Here's Rondo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Magic trail by 7. Payton outside. Pass to Harris. Teardrop shot. That's good.
Tobias Harris.
Harris has got 6 points.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Tobias Harris, a combo forward, originally drafted by the Bucks out of Tennessee. I love his game. He does a little bit of everything and does it all well. He can handle, he shoots it against from outside. Not sure what his best position is going forward, but he's a quality player.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Smart. He dishes it to Thornton. From 12 feet out. That's good. And Harris, to this point in his career, has fared better defending small forwards. But Stevie continues to get stronger.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, kind of what should help him inside as he continues to grow defensively. The stronger you are, you know, the more effective you're going to be against those fours. And I think ultimately you'll be able to see Harris guard a lot of the fours in this league, particularly the stretch fours.
Pocket 2. And it's Gordon missing.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Kicks it out to Ridnour. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Gordon for 3. That's good.
Ben Gordon.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Smart kick still in it. Dishes it to Thornton. There's the feed to Smart. Back to Thornton. To the wing right side. Here's Olynyk. And again, it's Boston.
Defense just couldn't get a hand in his face. Couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Outside Gordon. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Ridnour from outside, and he gets it to go. Ridnour's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smart with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Thornton kicks to Turner. Smart wide open, he fires. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Gordon. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Celtics leading by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. The Magic trail by 3.
You know, the Magic are still clearly in the process of rebuilding, but sooner or later, and I think it'll be sooner, they'll be looking to get back into the playoffs with the kind of talent they've started to collect.
Smart is out there with Thornton. Then it's Turner. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Wallace in a power forward position. That's the Boston 5. There's Smart after the Magic pick up 2. Kicks to Thornton. Just 5 to shoot. Hit the runner. And the basket good. And no shot that time. And with the Magic 2 consecutive years now, Steve, where they've been beaten out of the playoffs, but that could change soon.
Well, this franchise has had so much success since it started. Even a 2-year absence from the playoffs seems like a drought for them. In fact, 4 years is the longest they've ever gone without making the playoffs, and that was when they were actually formed in 1989.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Jared Solinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Solinger said, because I had Satch Solinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris.
Kyle O'Quinn in his 3rd season out of Norfolk State, 6'10", but with a 7'5" wingspan and the strength to hold his own at the pivot. He has shown some promise for a player taken in the 2nd round.
Young's checked in for Marcus Thornton. He hits both from the stripe. And O'Quinn, a relatively ground-bound game. Had a big-time athlete.
Yeah, and very foul-prone defensively, in part because of that lack of athleticism. But he has shown the ability to knock down the mid-range jump shot. He's a hard worker, a quality young man, good rebounder and shot blocker. I think he's got a chance to be one of those guys that plays a long time and makes a nice contribution.
They get it again. The shot by Turner, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
There's a screen. Ridnour passes to Gordon. There's the dish to Gordon. Another miss by Orlando. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now here's Smart. He's guarded by Ridnour. Smart dishes to Turner. He kicks it to Smart. Shoots from 12. And he hits the jump shot. Smart's got his first points of the game.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Some changes for Boston. Sellinger's checked in for Wallace. Green comes in for Evan Turner. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Smart. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Tobias Harris comes in for Gordon. Oladipo, he's checked in for Ben Gordon. And it's Payton in for Luke Ridnour. And Vucevic kicks to Oladipo. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Oladipo's got 12 in the game. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Rondo. Sellinger is screen on Payton. Young outside, back to Rondo. The pass to Sellinger. Basket is good. Just hits from Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists in the game.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Now here is Harris. He has 6. Rebound by Olynyk.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
You know, when he's in that in tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Easy layup after coming off the pick. Oladipo's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Rondo kicks to Young. Rondo is screen on Oladipo. And the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green. The Magic trail by 3. Payton outside. Rondo on the double team.
Jump ball.
Here are the Magic now. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Vucevic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
Showing us a little force on that putback, Cal.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
You got to love his positioning. As the shot went up, he anticipated that play.
Now here's Sullinger. But he gets it back. Feeds to Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Back to Sullinger. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Oladipo. Harris against Green. Fires from deep. The shot misses. The Magic go the other way with it. Payton drives in. Vucevic is screen on Rondo. Payton passes to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Out to Payton, expanding his range, and that one's good.
Alfred Payton.
Payton's got himself on the board with 3 there. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Now here's Payton. After Jared Sullinger's miss, Oladipo dishes to Vucevic. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Harkless. The 3. Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Young, here we go. Good. It's Rondo who picks up the assist. Young's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Payton passes to Oladipo. Harris dishes to Oladipo. Young with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. They get a hand on it. He feeds it to Sullinger. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Right wing. Here's Olynyk. Here's Sullinger. Misses from short range.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Oladipo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nationals. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Alfred Payton out of the University of Louisiana in Lafayette, which normally is not a feeder school for the NBA. He didn't get the same level of exposure that some of his contemporaries got, but his size and athleticism at the point guard spot is really hard to ignore. He's one of the real sleepers in this year's draft, and as I like to say, doesn't make any difference where you play. If you have game, it will travel.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Celtics. Avery Bradley comes in for Young. Bradley is screen on Payton. Rondo kicks to Sullinger. They kick it out to Green. Here's Rondo. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Rajon Rondo returning to action in mid-January of 2014, a little less than a year after his ACL tear. And Steve, he looked pretty good.
He did. His shooting percentages were down, but rebounding and
line,
passing
Celtics.
as well as he ever has.
Rondo.
Rondo, I think this year will be much
at the
more
line,
effective now that
shooting
he's got some reps back on that knee.
And he makes the first.
And Rondo's field goal percentage dipped, but he shot a lot more three-pointers than ever before in his career. Coming off that injury, maybe not looking to drive as much as in the past. He hit that three-point shot at about 29%. Think he's got to get that mark up. If he does, then he could really be lethal.
And Rondo trying to add range to his shot. Didn't stay idle while he was getting healthy. Seems he rehabbed his shot while rehabbing his knee.
Payton passes to Harris. Payton outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Oladipo. Fires from 14. And again, it's Orlando converting.
He started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Rondo against Payton. Bradley kicks to Green. And the shot is good. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Magic have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Harris a screen on Rondo. Payton dishes to Harris. Back to Payton. From 12 feet out. That's good from Harris on the assist by Payton. Harris has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Orlando. And it's Rondo penetrating. Nice ball movement by Boston. Sullinger with a screen for Green. Sullinger passes to Green. Here's Bradley. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Now, here's Oladipo. 18 points for him. Bradley on the double team. So it's Orlando now. 3 on the clock. Here's Payton. And the 3 off target. Here's Oladipo. Out to Payton. Back to Oladipo. There's a screen. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. Oladipo's got 20.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Green kicks to Rondo. Back to Green. Passes to Rondo. He dishes it to Green. Lets the 3 fly. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 9th assist in the game now. Payton dishes to Fry. 1:56 left in the second quarter. Back to Payton. There's the feed to Fry. Dishes to Oladipo. From the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Zellinger's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Rondo. He has 6. Kicks to Bradley. The dish to Sullinger. Back to Bradley. Trying his luck deep. And Oladipo pulls it down. Steve, Boston last year was a team looking to rebuild, but their offense was just horrid at times.
Yeah, near the bottom in scoring as well as shooting efficiency. They lost a lot of games because of those offensive struggles.
Rondo kicks to Green. Back to Rondo. Bradley passes to Rondo. Got a piece of it. And it's Green missing.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Now they got the most out of that possession, guys.
And the Celtics with possession here after the Magic pick up 2. Rondo dishes to Sullinger. Back to Rondo. Bradley kicks to Green. He nails it, and we're tied up. Green's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Celtics.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch. You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
Now Rondo, 6 points for him. From 11 feet away, Payton with some nice D. And the first half ends in a close one. Magic lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, guys, with Nick here, what was the difference in how this team played as the first half progressed?
We toughened up a little bit. They were getting a lot of easy points, a lot of points around the paint, around the basket. And we just started playing more aggressive, playing hard on the defensive end, and that got us going offensively, too. So we just got to keep doing that, play hard, and should be fine.
Well done, Nick. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Orlando leading. On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Payton in at the point. Now here's Payton. Orlando moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Back to Harris. There's the 3. Here's Fry. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Fry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And there's the rejection. And they're able to recover. And it's Harris off the drive. Rondo with the steal. On the wing, Green. Covered by Payton. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Bass passes to Rondo. 6 to shoot. And it's good. Rondo's got 8 points.
Well, you know, head coach Brad Stevens of the Celtics is coaching a much different game in the pros than we see in college. I mean, a lot of differences. But if anybody can make that transition, I really think he's certainly the guy that could. He's bright. He's hard-working. He communicates well. He's innovative, showed that innovativeness at the college level. So I think he's got all of the ingredients to become a college coach who is successful as an NBA coach.
On the wing, Green, guarded by Harris. Payton against Rondo. And another basket for Boston. And Coach Stevens, analytically minded at Butler, had a full-time statistician as one of his assistants.
Yeah, very new school in his approach. You might expect that from such a young guy, still in his 30s. Of course, he also needs to connect with his players, you know, and he's doing well. Despite the losses, the players really enjoyed playing for Stevens, and I think he's going to be an excellent coach.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. He kicks it to Bradley for the lead. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Payton outside. The pass to Harris. They double him with Green. Oladipo with the ball. Now Green defending. Puts up the baby hook. Shot is no good. And it's Boston the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 13. Up and in from the low block. Bradley's got 15 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Payton outside. Feeds it to Oladipo. Harris outside. Pass to Fry. Oladipo for three. Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Rondo drives in. He feeds it to Green. Pass to Bradley. Back to Green. It's Bradley on the wing. Passes it to Rondo. Goes up with a stripe. And another basket for Boston.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
Well, they might as well continue to pull up and let it fly.
Now here's Oladipo. 22 points for him.
Boston foul call.
Magic's offensive struggles last year were numerous, but a big part of it was they just didn't get to the line often enough.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
Talk about great numbers for Oladipo. 22 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
Well, that's important, Clark. I mean, he's conscious of the fact that moving the ball around gets the defense to move. It forces them to work, and it creates a better offensive flow for his own team.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Sullinger. Turner comes in for Jeff Green. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. Boston leading by 3. Outside Rondo. Turner with a screen on Ridden. Rondo kicks to Smart. From deep. That's good. Smart's got 5 points so far.
And for the Magic not getting to the foul line, that's a two-headed coin, if you will. One side of it is not attacking the basket, but the other side of it is lacking the experience and craftiness to draw fouls.
Now here's Harkless. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Oladipo dishes to Ridnour. 4 on the shot clock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Here's Turner. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass with a screen for Turner. Raise it up and in on a nice reverse. Turner's got his first 2 points. Back up the points about the Magic and the fouls you guys were talking about. They were dead last in the NBA in fouls drawn per game, Steve.
Well, you look at the best teams in the league. They can feast on opponents at the line. So this is an area where the Magic could definitely improve this year.
Now, here's Ridnour. 8 points for him. He dishes it to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Goes back up, count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Vucevic.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out, that's the result you get right there.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 12. Smart passes to Turner. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Evan Turner has a nice potpourri of skills. I mean, a 6'7" swingman with very good ball handling ability. Played a lot of point forward and beat Ohio State University. And also an excellent rebounder for a wing. And his basketball IQ is quite high to go along with that versatility.
That free throw, no good. And Evan Turner, the number 2 pick back in 2010, but he struggled to put it all together.
Yeah, his shooting stroke is still a work in progress. You know, he's still developing that consistency with his scoring. His real strength is his playmaking ability and his ball handling.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Wallace comes in for Brandon Bass, and it's Thornton in for Rajon Rondo. And he's good on the second.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but making it a two-possession game was the key, and he got that done.
They set the pick. Ridnour kicks to Gordon. Ridnour against Thornton. Ridnour dishes to Gordon. Good. And the assist goes to Ridnour. Gordon's got 5 now.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And here's Smart. He's got 5. Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. Dishes it to Olynyk. Right side Turner. It's Thornton atop the key. Shot, no good. Gordon with the defensive effort. Orlando's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Gordon with a screen on Turner. To tie. And again, Ben Gordon. Gordon's got the game tied up here for Orlando.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Thornton with a screen for Smart. The feed to Olynyk. Kicks it to Turner. The 9-foot shot. That's good. Turner's got 5.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Here's Ridnour. He's got 8. The dish to Harkless. He kicks it to O'Quinn. And Boston with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. On the wing, Turner. The basket drops and gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Orlando
That's going to send Evan Turner to the free throw line.
First personal foul.
They got that one on Ben Gordon. You know, guys, you rarely see a player on a team apologize for scoring, but Evan Turner did just that last year. Remember in a game against the Lakers, he put away a 360 dunk at the buzzer in a game that wasn't even close. And then Steve immediately apologized afterwards.
Well, you got to give Turner credit. I mean, he knew immediately that he kind of broke the code. You're supposed to, respect the other team and pull the ball back out. So he reacted accordingly, went over to the Lakers and apologized, and everything really was fine.
Now here's Smart after the miss from Ben Gordon. Smart passes to Turner. And Smart now atop the key. And it's Turner off the drive. Smart kicks to Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Gordon. Ridnour with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And he gets the bucket.
When he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gator. And look at Steve.
Gatorade get worn down as the game went on. Had a very difficult time after halftime, in fact.
The Magic trail by 4. On the wing, Gordon. Beyond the arc. Gordon with another miss. Boston with a 21-31 record against the rest of the conference last year, and it was because of what you said, Clark, being unable to fight back.
Yeah, they would just either run out of steam after the half or run out of options at some point later in the game. They've got to find a way to be able to sustain good play for longer periods.
Well, Orlando shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Gordon dishes to Ridnour. The pass to Gordon. Three-pointer. That's good. And it's Rittenauer picking up the assist. Gordon's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots are just
basketball
easy
Kelly,
open
all in it.
looks.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's O'Quinn. 1:35 left to play in the third. Rittenauer with the steal. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Out left to the wing. Outside, Gordon. Feeds to Harkless. Just 5 to shoot. Terrific design on a big play. And he lays it in.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. Counts the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Payton, he's checked in for the Magic. The Celtics have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Now here's Payton. He's got 5. Out to the wing. O'Quinn, the pass to Harkless. He feeds it to Payton. An easy 2 points on the layup. Payton's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And here's Thornton outside. And the basket good. He's got 7.
Three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have gotten hot from out there.
They set the screen. Payton kicks to Gordon. The 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists in the game.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to cover those 3 points right away.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Boston on top, up 2. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
Yes, sir.
The Celtics with the lead. At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Jared Sullinger is out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Rondo in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Shots good.
He's really looking to stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have. Still letting it fly from long range. I love the aggressiveness.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Oladipo. He dishes it to Vucevic. Rondo with the steal. Pass to Bradley. Into Green. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
And both free throws good for Green.
You know, after Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston, but while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
Payton kicks to Vucevic, and he slams it one-handed.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Rondo against Payton. Green left side. Back to Rondo. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And Jeff Green, you know, in the third season of a big 4-year contract from the Celtics, they've certainly been big believers in his potential. And I think he's going to pay dividends on that belief.
And you look at Jeff Green over his career, the 5th pick back in 2007, played big minutes for the Thunder and the Celtics.
But he struggled to find consistency, Kevin. I mean, some nights he's great, others he disappears, and that's just sort of the mystery.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw.
Well, that was a huge miss there, guys. He had the opportunity to turn this into a one-possession game.
Rondo dishes to Sullinger, and it's blocked. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. It's Oladipo on the wing, guarded by Green. It's stolen by Bradley, and pushing it up, here's Boston. Rondo, no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Out to Harris. His three-pointers off the mark. Celtics leading by 4. Rondo with the ball. Now Payton defending, and there's the call on Tobias Harris. Now Bass. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Bradley. Shot clock at 5. Right post shot. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. And the Celtics lead by 6.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Ring shot on the way. That's good.
Nikola
Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense starting to falter. I think we're seeing some tired legs there, Clark.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Bradley passes to Sullinger. Over in the corner, Green. Pass to Bradley. The 9-foot shot. They recover it. Sullinger with the bucket, getting it done inside. Orlando with the ball. They trail by 6. Payton dishes to Oladipo. Rondo against Payton. Back to Oladipo. The feed to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Harris. Harris missing again.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he's not helping their offense.
Rondo with the ball. Now Payton defending. Bradley, no one around him. The three-pointer, no good.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Payton outside. It's stolen by Bradley. And here comes the break. Green, no luck. The Magic trail by 6. Payton kicks to Oladipo. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Tobias Harris missing the first month and a half of last season with a high ankle sprain, and once he returned, it took him a while to get back into form. But the Magic are hoping he can be a big piece for them moving forward.
Shooting for Orlando.
And Harris now in his 4th season already, but still just 22 years old. Came into the league young, but has added some muscle to his frame. And he's an underrated athlete. This guy's a really good all-around player. He had a 38-inch vertical at the NBA Combine a few years back.
That's a good sign, Kevin. You like to see him getting to the line like that, but making them has been the challenge.
That one is no good. You guys talk about Harris's athleticism. Steadily improving too, Steve, as a rebound.
You know, in the opportunity for big minutes in Orlando, they bought out Glenn Davis last season, freeing up minutes for Harris to take that next step.
Bradley passes to Green. Rondo dishes to Green. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 18 points for Jeff Green.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And Fry kicks to Payton. Dishes to Oladipo. Back to Payton. Free throw line jump shot. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Oladipo.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Rondo on top, covered by Payton. Green, the pass to Rondo. Sullinger trying to break free. Here's Bass. Takes it into the top of the net and puts the layup.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the back. That's a great way to take control of the game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You know, there's really not a polite way to say this or a way to sugarcoat it. The Magic were simply terrible on the road last year and ended with the worst record in the league in terms of road wins.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Jacques Vaughn said to the team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Payton outside, kicks it to Harris. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound, Fry. Can't hit from in close. Celtics leading by 8. Green dishes to Rondo. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. Bradley, no one around him. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. As you guys said, the Magic, the worst road team in the league last year. Steve, only 4 wins for them away from home.
Yeah, I mean, even if they doubled that, I mean, that's a pathetic total. But the Magic, look, they expected to struggle. This is the beginning of a rebuilding project, and they are gaining some good young talent year in and year out. I think within the next couple of years, they've got a chance to be a good team. Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
It's tipped. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. Right block shot. It's hauled in by Fry. Fry's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oladipo with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. The dish now to Harris. And Fry kicks to Oladipo. They double him with Green. Back to Oladipo. The tray. And the basket good. Oladipo's got 7 points for the quarter.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Rondo passes to Sullinger. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Fry's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the basket by Harris.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Sullinger is screen on Payton. Over in the corner, Green. Baseline try. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And that's now 20 points for Jeff Green. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Magic moving the ball around. Now the pass to Harris. Expanding his range. Here's Vucevic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Vucevic has got 10 points here in the second half. Rondo against Payton. And it's Rondo penetrating. He kicks to Green. Back to Rondo. Looking for Bass. He gets it there. Out to the right wing. Payton against Rondo. Payton left side, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Boston leading by 4. Outside Rondo. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
It's Oladipo on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Here's Vucevic. Rebound, Boston. Rondo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Off the left rim and out.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Sullinger dishes to Rondo. Blocked.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Bradley. Oladipo, the pass to Harris. It's tipped. Payton kicks to Oladipo. 6 on the shot clock. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Oladipo's got 9 points now in the quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. The next thing he talked about was the pace he'd like to see them playing at offensively. He wants it to be a fast-paced game, pushing tempo all the time. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks, Doris. Ahead, here's Bradley, and that is good. Bradley's got 9 points in just the second half.
Shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind of easy.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Harris dishes to Oladipo. They double hit with Green. Oladipo, the pass to Harris. Payton drives in. And Oladipo kicks to Fry. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Oladipo. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists in the game.
And he's been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Now timeout called by Boston. They're up by 3. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter.
We are reawakened, reconciled, reborn. Now let's hear you get up.
And here's Rondo. Green up on top. He feeds it to Sullinger. Pass, dishes to Sullinger. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Pass to Brandt. And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. It's going to be Bradley shooting. That's called on Channing Front.
And one puts them in a very nice spot as they stretch that lead out a little bit.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Payton passes to Oladipo. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Top of the key, Harris. Harris, right side. Tries again. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
Tobias Harris.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 5. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Shooting for Boston.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 6. 26 seconds left in the fourth.
Next 7 days.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Defensive
And they
foul.
need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Shooting for Boston.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Oladipo. There's the 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove. That tray of his has just been dead.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Penalty situation.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Three-pointer. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin, here with Rajon Rondo. And Rajon, when you look back on tonight's win, what ultimately decided this game?
Stops. I think we executed offensively. Came up with some lucky plays, and we got stops at the end.
Rajon, thank you. Kevin, a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill.